Let's see if I can actually win a game today.
Which means what exactly?
Carries the maximum percentage of 15 years. I promise you, I will fix this.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Carr now on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
To throw his Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
On second down, Lynch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. shotgun now for Carr. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Alex Okafor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down.
6-18.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 69 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. So 1:56 to play in this 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now Carr throwing on second down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. The pitch out to Lynch. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr finds Roberts left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered,
now I know why you're like,
themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Carr to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down.
Oh, no, they hit me.
That is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints coming out now to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Breeze now on 1st down.
Got it.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked him off twice, man.
And his guys have got back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze.
Got him again.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26.
Picked him off 3 times now.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown, Raiders. God, I love hearing that.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
But I did it finally. I hit him with the hit stick and he tossed the ball up. Watch. Well, if you can see it with the play screen. Boom, right there. See it?
The opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
4 turnovers. I like that.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Breeze. Big hold of the 30. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Breeze. Flush to his right. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
He got that touchdown because I'm a bad tackler.
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Carr now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Carr gives to Marshawn. And he will be brought down at about the 43. That.
Hi. You can't over. Yeah, why not? So I shift you back.
What? No. Oh, thanks, Sally, for risking a fucking fortnight in the slot for me.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Oh, just give it back. No. Why don't you tell me what the fuck is going on?
What if I don't want to?
Shift it back. Oh, shit. Come on, give it back.
I don't care. I don't care.
Back now here live in New Orleans.
No.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. First target, first catch, and a first down. Carr now, 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, it's Carr.
No, they got me.
He throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. His throw incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. This defense so strong all afternoon long, well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Rud.
That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. That's caught. It's Thomas.
Oh, he caught it.
They
Shit,
keep
I
the
was
game
hanging all over
alive,
his
at
back.
least for the moment, as it's a first
Fuck,
down.
I read that too.
Well, they did the
Just
part
to
they
make the
had to
jump
do.
on the
Quick
ball.
throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. He takes it.
I got a minute to score.
Touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me,
far
that looks
this
like
year.
that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Lutz now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try now for Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
8 straight losses. My defense always lets me down. Let's try again. One more time real quick with my team. 2-8 with my Raiders. That's bad.
You drink the Sprite, you bitch.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A first carry now from Marshawn Lynch. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Luke Wilson from 6 yards away. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. Second and 6, just inside the 30. the give. This is Lynch. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The linebacker, Kelvin Shepard, brings him down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Carr. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Carr to throw again. Flushed out right. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Carr now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. From the gun, Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And Cook has it left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
I don't want them getting solid gains.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he gets this one to Bruce Ellington. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And Stafford's going to take it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, here's Carr. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
All right.
On third and long, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team, as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 55 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this thing go deep for LaFell. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And it'll be intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashaan Melvin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for a Lions first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Blunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming out.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to get themselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
6-18.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Now Carr, got to have this one. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will set up shop in and